Hello, everyone. I'm Amanda, and this is Big Empress Energy. I am here to do a reading for all those concerned with Gemini. It's a reading with messages from your angels and your spirit guides. Um, you could have Gemini placements as your sun, moon, or rising signs. Your Venus could be in Gemini. Yeah, just any important placement, honestly. You could be connecting with a Gemini, and if that's the case, just be aware that you might have to flip the roles. Um, if this reading resonates with you, please like and comment. And if you like the way that I read, please subscribe to my channel so I know that you want me to keep reading this way. Okay, Gemini, we have a new start here and a pretty painful ending here as well. I see you healing. Whatever this painful ending was, Gemini, it caused you a Ten of Swords, Three of Swords moment. Sorry, I'm mumble mouth. And that's what this Four of Swords is about, because that's that healing after the Three of Swords, that horrible heartbreak. The pain that you never think will end. And the Six of Swords is that, after you've kind of healed your heart, the Six of Swords is that moving on process. It could be, I think for a lot of you, it's probably going to be love, but, it's going to be different for almost everyone. So, it could be love related, it could be career related, especially with the Pentacle here. Gemini, it could be family related. The Six of Cups can sometimes represent family. I mean, the Page of Cups, it can represent a child, like a very sweet, innocent child. It can represent someone younger than you. It could represent you, Gemini. It could just represent an energy. But with this, with the Page of Cups and like the lighthearted energy of that, and then I see this lamb here, Gemini, I see you, you have a lightness to your heart right now, Gemini. Or it's possible that your angels are kind of urging you to do so. Wow, okay. What else, please, for my Geminis? That's one of them. Oh, there it is, Gemini. Oh, God. I'm sorry. I could feel it coming. You all have been through so much. But on a positive note, Gemini, things are changing. Oh, wow, the Empress. And the Nine of Wands. Okay, Gemini. So the Nine of Wands, I like its depiction in this deck because... Ow. I'm sorry, it just kicked my foot. In this deck, okay, let me start here. In the traditional Rider-Waite deck, it's the Wounded Warrior card, so it's a man who has been through so much. He's been through the entire wand suit, and he's nearing the end, and he's built up this, wall of wands behind him, and he's holding one in his hand, and he has this kind of, distressed look on his face, like he's waiting for the other shoe to drop, essentially, or the axe to fall is probably a more accurate way of describing it, the look on his face. And he's clearly been through a lot, not just by, his demeanor and the look on his face, but he has, a wound on his head that's bandaged. And he just kind of is just very on guard in the imagery of the card. But in this deck, because in that deck, in the traditional Rider-Waite, he's anticipating something bad, but he's also continuing to fight. He's not giving up. So in a way, it really represents resilience as well. And in this deck, they really focus on that interpretation of it, Gemini. It's this long stairway, basically going to the moon. It's that's great distance, right? It's exhausting. But, you're this many steps away. You're almost there, you're at the 9, you're almost to the 10, Gemini. It's almost over. Now, I think, whatever betrayal or painful heartbreak ending you experienced, whether that be in love, which I feel like for most of you it will be, I also feel like, for a lot of you, it could be family related, could be love with someone who was family or felt like family. But then, it could also be like a career that you loved or that you were, you know, very involved in, and it just came to a painful ending. It could be job loss. It could be a million things. And it'll probably be different for most of you, um, like on an individual level. But you're still fighting, Gemini. You're still out here, knowing that you're close. And basically, this message from your angels is you are so close to your goal, Gemini. Don't give up now. Do not give up. You can have exactly what you want if you persevere, essentially, is what they're telling me. That came in so strongly, Gemini. Um, Obviously, you have been through a lot. This could involve someone who is an empress in your life. This could be a problem with, it could literally represent your mother, Gemini. It could represent, someone you have children with in your life. The mother of your children. That's not going to be, I'm just throwing out scenarios. This is not going to apply to all of you at all. But with, the Page of Cups, I feel like for some of you, it might actually represent a child. So for some of you, this could be someone that you have children with. You could be a mother, Gemini. You could just be in that divine feminine energy, which is male, female, any other gender. It's a divine, abundant, highly attractive energy, Gemini. So you could be in that. We all have a divine masculine and a divine feminine, and we can tap into it when we're higher vibrational. But Gemini, what I see here is, not that you're low vibrational, but I see that you've been through a tower. I see that you've been through a tower moment. And I think for most of you, it will be love, that caused this tower moment for you. This catastrophic, like, upheaval, in your life. But yeah, Gemini, I mean, this could also just represent someone in your life who is the divine feminine. For some of you, you were in a relationship with someone who was in this divine feminine energy, and I don't think it ended well. And this is not going to resonate with all of you, but I'm getting this message, so I'm going to say it. At the heart of this reading is the Page of Cups. So, like I said, you could have had children with this person. They could have had children. You could share children. That's just a scenario I'm throwing out. But also, Gemini, I think this could also be like an apology, from this person who hurt you. Or vice versa, if they're, or both, if you two hurt each other, this could be this apologetic energy. And the Nine of Wands is essentially saying, don't give up. That's not going to resonate with all of you, but the messages that I'm getting, that was one of them, so I'm giving it to you, Gemini. You have 3-3 here. You have 6-6 here, Gemini. They're telling me to pick this up. Oh, wow, the 3 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles, and there's the 10 of Wands. Wow, Gemini. You're so close to the finish line. Don't give up. Yeah, but there's this message of just continuing to persevere. Like, keep working at it, because you have this new beginning coming in for you. This painful ending it's over now. It's gone. It's dead and gone. You're past that painful ending now. Now all you have to do is muster the courage and the strength to continue to fight until you finish, until this is over, and you have this new beginning that you really desperately want. You're in a very healing energy, Gemini. I see like angel healing. Like they're around you right now, Gemini. You're probably feeling them as I say these words, like in this reading here. If you were drawn to this reading, I'm sure they will indicate to you in some way, in some way that they're with you. For some of you, for some reason, I'm seeing trees, indicating, some of you could get, There could just be a tree that somehow sticks out to you. I'm not sure why they're telling me this. Hopefully I don't sound crazy. There could be a tree that you see that somehow sticks out to you. Um, and that is your indicator. That will probably only apply to one of my viewers, but one of your angels is saying that to me, so I'm giving it to you so that you know that they're there with you, Gemini, with all the tree. Another one is they said that you will see like a rainbow, and that'll be your indication. Whew, Gemini, it's intense. It's intense. So, with the Six of Cups here and the Page of Cups, that makes the Seven of Cups, which is, illusions and delusions. It's almost that energy of like thinking the grass is greener on the other side, and it isn't, it was all a fantasy or an illusion. It's kind of like the moon energy, Gemini. So for some of you, someone could have treated you as if they didn't value you, especially in a love situation, but it could also be career, it could also be family. But I just see for a lot of you, it's love with the level of betrayal that's here. And the Page of Cups can often represent that like love, that budding romance. And the fact that somebody either views you as the Empress, I think it's going to be split. I think some of you will be in this Empress energy or have been in the past, or some of you were dealing with the Divine Feminine in some way. It could be your mother, it could be a coworker, it could be, a woman that you're in love with, it could be a man who's in this really like fruitful, abundant energy, it could be any other gender. It's not gender specific at all. But it's a specific type of energy that has like a nurturing aspect to it, like a loving, abundant, nurturing aspect. My throat is like weirdly like itchy right now, and I have never like I haven't had an itchy throat in weeks. So Gemini, you could be struggling to speak your mind or to express your feelings. With all of this kind of pain, you could be struggling to express it because it feels like my throat chakra is blocked. Yeah. Okay, Gemini. So, so with the Empress here, let me say this first. The Empress is Libra and Taurus, so you could be dealing with a Libra or Taurus. The Chariot is Cancer's card. Yeah, I see, quite a bit of water here, swords. You could be dealing with another air sign, Gemini, but often in my readings for you, there are quite a bit of swords because, you're an air sign, you're Gemini, so often, especially Gemini and Virgos are ruled by Mercury, so it's a lot of thinking, a lot of communication, a lot of, like, headiness. So when I do readings for Geminis especially, I see a lot of swords. Yeah, Gemini, your angels and guides right now are telling you to get out of your head, and to focus on how you feel. And it will direct you to where you need to go. What I will say, Gemini, is with the Nine of Wands, which is that you're so close to the finish line, don't give up now, in the Chariot here, you will be successful if you do not give up. Whatever it is, whatever this new beginning is, and wherever you're coming from, this painful ending, you will be successful. You will get this new beginning, Gemini. And what's really cool here is I see the sun and the moon. So I think something really shifted. I mean, it did for all of us to some degree, but this is the energy, this circumstance, the shift in this circumstance, whatever it is, was affected by the eclipse, and the eclipse is part of what's phasing out. Part of this ending and this new beginning is this eclipse. It started with the eclipse. Let me say that. Hopefully I'm making sense. I'm sorry. I often get energy as opposed to like direct words or images, although I do get those sometimes. The more I practice, the better and clearer the messages come in. But this is coming in very clearly, but it's all energy, Gemini, so I have to put words to it, and sometimes I struggle. So Hopefully I'm making sense is my point. Um, but yeah, Gemini, I see like there's going to be so much new growth for you. There's a whole new beginning for you if you can heal this and not give up on whatever goal you're trying to pursue. Because yes, you suffered a tower moment, you had a major painful setback, whatever this was. You felt betrayed, just like your heart was completely shattered. Um, and you wanted to give up, Gemini. And I don't know if you're watching this right now and you're feeling like I should give up. But your angels are saying, like, do not give up. There's something so much better that's meant for you, that's going to come like the divine gift of a new start. Um, yeah, and they're saying that if you can heal and you can focus on hopefully I don't sound crazy. Focus on opening up your third eye chakra. There are meditations for that. You could just meditate in general, especially with these trees here, Gemini. You could just go into nature, sit on a tree stump or something. Just go into nature, let your feet touch the dirt, the earth, and go quiet for a little while. And that's how you get these messages. That's how I do it. That's how you open up your third eye chakra and can speak directly to your angels and guides, whom I am speaking to right now. You can hear this message directly from them if you don't already. Um, but yeah, Gemini, they're saying that if you can heal this pain, forgive yourself and forgive the other person for all mistakes made, or forgive the organization or whatever the scenario was. It's going to be different for all of you, like I said. Um, but if you can do that and then work to open your third eye chakra, you have this like intensely beautiful new beginning that's going to be like paved with incredible success. The Chariot is unstoppable success. Um, the Empress is unbelievable abundance, Gemini. And if this is the energy that you're stepping into, which I think for most of you that will be the case, you are going to get everything you want. For some of you, this could be reconnecting with a past person, maybe not necessarily this person who hurt you, or, you know, it could be a new person who is a past life soulmate. But the Six of Cups is often associated with past lives, past life soulmates, or someone directly from our past. In the traditional Rider-Waite, there are children, you know, and the little boy is handing the little girl a cup of flowers. And it's very innocent, lighthearted energy, which I get here in this entire row, Gemini. There's like, but sometimes it can represent children, is my point. But there's a lightheartedness to this row, and it's crazy because it's sandwiched between quite a bit of change and upheaval and honestly heartbreak here. But this middle row is this energy. Your angels are telling me right now, this middle row is this energy that you need to be in, Gemini. You need to, they're telling me to get in touch with your inner child. There are ways you can do that as well. You can research it. I mean, I try to stay in touch with my inner child. I don't know, not to like flex or anything, because it's really not a flex. But I, you know, have never really struggled with staying in touch with that, except in points, you know, I have major depressive disorder, and really bad panic attacks and anxiety sometimes. Um, and, yeah, and so, you know, in those times, those low vibrational dark times, I struggle with staying connected to my inner child. But what I'm saying is, you know, I haven't struggled, but some people really do, Gemini. And you might not be one of those people, but I do see that you're in your head quite a bit, and your angels and guides are urging you to try to get in touch with your inner child. Now, I'll tell you some of the methods that I know, because I've researched this at certain periods. I'm getting so mumble-mouthed. Certain periods in my life. So, like, something that you can do, you know, is, like watch an old TV show, like a cartoon or something that you watched when you were a little kid, or listen to a song that you listened to when you were a kid, or you loved when you were a kid. You can do things that like this is strange, but this is something that I do, and I think it helps to connect with my inner child. If I try to make my room look like the dream room that I wanted when I was a little girl but never got. So I try to do that, so I'm constantly surrounded by that, like the fulfillment of my inner child, you know? Just little stuff like that, Gemini. They're saying that that lightheartedness will raise your vibration and will pull in. You know, for some of you, you might want to be in this Empress energy. I don't see why you wouldn't. The Empress is the shiz. Um, my second favorite card. Oh no, my third favorite card in the deck. Um, but yeah, she's incredibly abundant. So some of you might be trying to step up into this energy. I think it's going to be different for all of you because I keep getting these two dual messages. And some of you might want to be pulling in this Empress, which could be, you know, a mother figure, a father figure, some kind of parent. It could be a sibling. It could be, yeah, like a past life soulmate. It could be an ex with the Six of Cups here. But they're saying that if you can heal this pain and remain positive and get in touch with your inner child, and let yourself heal. And I'm hearing for a lot of you, it's not even just emotionally healing. It's physically healing as well. Like if you can try to physically heal yourself, like I'm not totally sure what that means. Like feed yourself nutritious food. Make sure that you get 8 hours of sleep if that's possible. Just prioritize it, Gemini. Yeah, try to go out for walks or go into nature. That's so healing. Yeah, put your hand on a tree. Um, I'm sorry, I'm getting a lot of messages at once. It's part of why I'm so mumble-mouthed, is because they're telling me a whole bunch of things. I think it's all going to be different for everyone that's viewing this. But yeah, they're saying that you will pull in the kind of love that you want and you deserve. And it doesn't have to be romantic love, like I was saying. It could be a career that you love. It could be a home that you love. It could be reconnecting with family. You know, it could be a million things, Gemini. But this heartache is over. And they're saying heal, forgive, move on with the Six of Swords, heal, forgive, and connect with us is what they're saying, because they're gonna show you how close you are, is what they're saying. They're trying to do it with this reading, but they're gonna show you how close you are to this brand new, beautiful start. And that could be with someone specifically, that could be somewhere, that could be in some line of work. Like I said, it could be a million things. For some of you, it might be like a dream car. Maybe your car got destroyed, because the Chariot can sometimes represent a car. The Chariot in the Six of Swords can also represent travel. So some of you could be going home. Some of you could be moving to a new place that feels like home, somewhere that you wanted to go as a kid. Who knows? You know, it could be so many different things. And if some of you are worried about finances or stability, they're saying that if you can get into this lighthearted, high vibrational energy, there is, you know, a windfall for you. There is finances coming in for you, stability coming in for you. You are so abundant right now, Gemini. You are so abundant. Yeah. And they're saying to reap the rewards of that. They're saying to heal. To heal and to, some of you might actually need to heal your inner child. And if you don't know, I honestly don't know much about that. I stayed in the mental hospital for a little while, not years, but a long time ago. And it feels like a different life now. I was suicidal. But, yeah, but what I'm saying is so when I was there, I connected with this one psychiatrist. She was amazing, and, you know, I told her a lot of, like, some of the horrible stuff that's happened to me in my life, and she said, it sounds like you need to heal your inner child. And I was like, what? I don't know what that is. Aren't you supposed to be with science? But it turns out she had been through a lot of the same things as me, and she could feel energetically that I had like an inner child wound, which is not, I mean, of course, with some of the stuff I had been through. But when I worked to heal that, it was like the catalyst for like all these really big blessings coming into my life. And at that time, I was going through a tower moment as well, Gemini. And they're giving me that energy. They're reminding me of that point in my life and telling me to convey this to you. So, yes, heal your inner child. Get in touch with your inner child. Get in touch with the divine. Trust that things are working out for you, Gemini, because they are. This pain is over. You are so close to the finish line. You are so close to this new beginning. And they're saying have faith, heal, connect, go into nature. For some of you, look for a rainbow or a significant tree of some kind. I'm not sure why they told me that, but they did, so I'm telling you, okay? I love you, Gemini. I think you need this healing, and I want it for you. You deserve this new start, Gemini. I love my Geminis. Whew, this was a moving reading, like emotional. I loved this so much. You all are getting exactly what you deserve. You deserve to be happy, and you're getting it. All right, Gemini, if this resonated with you, please like and comment. And if you like the way that I read, please subscribe to my channel. Yeah, and if you want a personal reading with me, Gemini, I'll put my email in the description box. Okay, Gemini, this was beautiful. You have so much happiness coming in for you, so much happiness and healing. I love you all so much, and I will see you in the next one.